truly, truly don't understand why it's like that.
But not us. I'm saying don't blame us for what your father did or something like you talking
Hold
about
on, but it ain't everybody's father though.
Right.
But no, I literally had a conversation like this with my mother the other day.
Yeah, they be lying about their genders these days. You can't. That's
Oh Lord.
Social.
But I said, for me, like, cause we was, I don't know if y'all ever seen Buried by the Bernards, but the father was having a conversation with his daughter about dating, right? So my mother was like, well, did your dad talk to you? I said, nah. And then she was like, well, did we have a talk? I was like, I mean, I guess. But I told her, I said, what I learned was my cousins, and y'all know who y'all are, I watched them dog females out. So that's how I was like, oh, no, like, y'all, you not about to dog me out like that. And so watching how they maneuver with they females, like, I feel like that kind of turned me into, like, I'm going to be like a little baby savage for a little bit. I'm not a savage no more, but.
I was one. I retired.
Yeah, not no more. I'm old.
I had my karma already. I'm done. I am done. For real. Like, in my mind, every week I rethink if I want to date again, and I just be like, fuck this shit, I'm over it.
But I just know that I watched my male cousins dog out females, work calls for them, like shorties got stuff and names for them and all that. Nope. Won't be fearless swagger.
See, that's why I just don't want to be bothered.
That's
why I'm at the stage.
But y'all a judge of man talking about.
I'm not paying $1,500 for no D. Where they do that at?
I don't think I ain't never had nothing to make you want to pay that nigga's bill.
Right. I'm not paying $1,500 for an apartment or house, and I don't lay my head in. Where they do that at?
Like, that was hilarious.
Yeah, you talk about raises for quality and all that, you know what I'm saying? Go from 1,500 to 25, you know what I'm saying? If you got better quality, right? Where they applying for that job?
Oh my God, good night.
Yo,
I cannot.
I don't think I thought this through, y'all. I'm sorry. But so we were talking about forgiveness and how people are willing or unwilling to forgive. So, like, if your partner does something and you might not necessarily like it, a guy, most times, nine times out of 10, they'll just leave. They'll be done with the relationship. But a female forgives a guy way too many times. Do y'all agree or disagree?
That hasn't been my experience, so I had to disagree.
That hasn't been your experience. Anybody else experienced that within their relationship?
I gotta say the same thing.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry.
I think I'm making him think too hard.
I've been accused for a lot of things, but I've never been myself. I ain't never been taken back repeatedly. I ain't never been taken back once.
So you be cheating?
I'm cheating.
Why the man gotta be the one that's wrong?
I got cut lows.
Why the man gotta
Hey,
be
you
the
see
one
how his
that's
voice
wrong?
changed?
Right,
A whole different opposite
Sheesh.
I got cut off for assumption, so I ain't never been taken back. How
So-
we get taken back on something I did if I got cut off for assumption?
So-
I ain't never been in that situation.
Question for you. After she made that assumption, did it make you want to go cheat?
When you say the break was again? Some shit got Google. Google ain't working.
I really can't say it. You were like, it was a simple question. It either because some people.
Did it make? I mean, I guess I think it was a thought. I guess I don't know.
I'm not asking you if you cheated. That ain't none of our business.
No, why would someone ask someone? No.
I just asked if it made you feel like you want. Like when people accuse you of doing something that you didn't do, does it make you want to really go do it?
Oh no, for real, make me want to bomb them or something. Cause be like, bro, it's just retarded. I don't like getting accused for something I ain't do.
So you don't engage.
So sometimes I laugh it off, but if you, no, most of the time I just laugh it off. But if you keep engaging in it, it's like, I want you to feel dumb, you know?
Yeah.
You want them to feel dumb for making the accusation.
Yeah.
That's different.
I mean, I ain't into proving points. I'ma state my truth, and then you can argue with yourself.
No, especially if you innocent. I was innocent, you know what I'm saying? So if you were making assumptions to somebody who's innocent, know what I'm saying?
I don't make assumptions because if I'm coming at you with something, I got receipts. Like, because we going to squash all this.
See, that's a whole nother story. I be
Right.
sitting there probably.
He's
You got it, mama. What you
But
gonna
you,
do with it,
have
mama?
y'all ever been in a situation
Okay.
where, like, a dude or a female try to talk to you, but they had a significant other, and then the significant other come at you, and then you send the receipts, but they act like they don't want to believe the receipts that you sent?
Yeah.
I've never been in a situation where
God bless
somebody
you.
reached out to me.
God bless
No,
you.
wait.
Barbara, this is Shirley.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait.
Sure.
Okay.
See,
I have been in that situation before, but it was funny because it was it was a side drink reaching out to me, telling me, because she was pissed off at her.
Lord.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, it wasn't like me reaching out, hey, you doing
Yeah, I've never been the person that
I'm not
reached
that
out.
type.
I'm always reached at.
I'm not right, exactly. I'm not even like that type of person to even do all of that. Like the person who is cheating is who I need to deal with. Like, okay,
Right.
come here, Stink. We need to talk. You feel what I'm saying? Versus me reaching out to her and trying to fight her.
I
Then
would
what?
never, because when
I'm too
in my
old.
last relationship, I got cheated on, and when I found out who it was, like, who I synced her, and I already, like,
I synced her.
yeah, I synced her.
You sorry?
My female intuition was like, yeah, that's her. And so when I found out who it was, like, I was not going to step to shorty because it was him.
Woman to woman.
I'm not no Barbara, this is Shirley type of girl. Like, oh, good. Oh, he doing what? Okay, I'm going to send you these receipts, sis. And then if you believe it, if you want to, if not, okay. But she still, but in that situation, she still stayed with him. So it was like, well, what was the purpose of you?
And see,
Don't
I had a
ask me
situation-
nothing.
Right.
I had a
Ask your
situation
boo.
that was definitely, it was similar. Like I
It
was in a
wasn't me.
relationship,
Man.
and I asked the person that I was in a relationship with, who was so and so, and they wasn't really giving me answers. And so I said, well, the person I asked you about, like a year ago, you told me that was your cousin.
Not the cousin.
And so I'm like, okay, well, since I feel like I'm not getting the answer from you, I said, well, I'm going to stack all of this information out, and I'm going to ask them to see if they going to give me an answer. Well, the way she responded told me everything that I needed to know. And so I was like, yeah, so I'm just done. Like, you can go on about your way. I ain't got nothing else to say to you.
How did
My
she
nigga.
respond though?
She was just like, she basically, first she tried to ask me who I was. And she was like, oh, you're a fan. Bitch, I'm not a fan of you. Your nigga was a fan. I
She
said,
thought
well,
you was the groupie.
I said, if we call anybody a fan, it should be the nigga. Because it's definitely not me, bitch. I didn't even know you existed. How the fuck I'm going to be a fan? But her response just furthermore let me know what the real situation was. And I ain't had shit else to say to Slim. Like, and he still tried to deny the shit. Like, this nigga talking about some, you sent somebody a request. No, I didn't. They sent me a request. You want to see it? Still pending, motherfucker. Like, you telling on yourself now. But the whole situation was crazy.
Men always tell on themselves. All you gotta do
Yeah.
is listen.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Why lie?
So why
lie?
Why should I have assumptions?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
But when we ask you, it should be straightforward. It shouldn't be we having a conversation later on down the line, and it's an aha moment for me. Like, oh, because that ain't what you said 2 weeks ago
That's
when
what
we
the
talked about the
problem-
same thing.
Yeah, I ain't really not been. I'm just talking. I've been
Yeah.
single majority of my life. Like I'm saying, I'm just joking with you.
Why? Yeah, why have you been single majority of your life?
Cause y'all females
Mm-mm.
y'all manipulate the situation and everything. Like you just said, it's a dating pool. Where's the pool?
Well, what's the
The world.
manipulation of the
I
situation?
go drink some
Meeting
water.
women that are good at manipulation. Women are good at manipulation.
Men manipulate too.
Yes.
A hell of a lot
Yes.
more. You see that shit on TV.
Right, 90 Day Fiance.
It happens.
Baby
yes.
girl Lisa. That is
We're all
manipulation.
people. It happens. But women are like real good at it. Getting getting what they
my
want.
The
God.
greatest.
Getting what they want.
Violin.
A woman can get anything they want.
I think
Exactly.
I think it's
Nah.
easier. It is easier for a woman to get what they want from people, but I do feel like men lie a lot quicker to get what the fuck they want.
Girl, it is tax season, okay? Men are
man, none of the,
with the
females-
tax
It's a lot of
coming,
homeless
okay?
men that is not homeless right now.
It is tax season. What you mean? Just only females manipulate, okay?
And look, all this money, the money that the government gave out, these niggas about to be, they ain't gonna be homeless again until like summertime when it's hot outside and they don't care no more.
It's
like, nah, we-
yeah, and these women already got that stimulus in their pocket from somebody else stimulus in their pocket already. That's how good these women is. I'm saying.
You
Probably
right.
about 3 different stimuluses. Like, hey girl, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I just got stamp my passport. That's all. They
She
doing.
hit the Thursday.
Well, you don't
boo
need a
up, the
passport to go to
Friday
Puerto
boo up,
Rico.
and the Saturday boo up.
Hey, y'all don't have that? Y'all don't have flavors of the week?
Man,
Of the day?
man,
They
I can only
lying.
speak for myself.
it's,
You hesitated.
I feel like we got
All y'all did was hesitate.
all I'm saying
All
is
I'm
it's a
saying
whole different catalog. We shopping at different stores. Like,
Y'all shopping,
bet
so
you
you call it shopping at different stores?
no, I'm just saying. I'm just using phrases. Are you trying to box me in?
I'm not. Are we playing basketball? I'm sorry.
We could.
Okay, get the hoes loving basketball head ass on.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and I'm gonna do a quick promo shout out to Juju's Cajun Kitchen. That's JUJUCAJUN Kitchen. You can follow her on Instagram. She is having plates on Saturday and Sunday for delivery. The latest that you can place an order on Friday is 7 p.m. She also does catering. She catered the food when I got an Airbnb out of town for my birthday last year, and she catered most of the food, and it actually tastes amazing. So you can definitely follow her at Juju's Cajun Kitchen on Instagram. And I'm going to play this song. She's an up-and-coming artist. Her name is Queen Low, and the song is called Match.
Hey, I can't get to the phone. Leave a message.
Hey, it's me. Pick up.
I don't know about you, boy, but I've been tired of fighting all night. I just wanna vibe, boy. I just wanna get real high. I've been thinking about you. Babe, let's give it one more try. Boy, this time I'll match you. Meet me in the middle this time. I'm sorry for tripping out on you when we talking. I just wanna get past this confusing phase we stuck in. Do you really love me or are you just both-faced lying? Look me in the eyes cause I can tell when you're bluffing. Ooh, I know I want you back, boy. That's for sure. I just can't risk it all. Gotta match my bet this time. Ooh, find the radius and meet me at the center. Real, but there's circumference so nobody else can enter. Don't know if I can trust you and I'm tired of the hurting, but I'll give you one more chance because I'm tired of the hurting. I'm done with the fuss and let's get back to the good life. I just wanna touch you as you're coming in tonight. It won't take much for us, let's kiss under the moonlight. Holding me real tight. I'm sorry for tripping out on you when we talking. I just wanna get past this confusing phase we stuck in. Do you really love me or are you just both-faced lying? Look me in the eyes cause I can tell when you're bluffing. Ooh, I know I want you back, boy. That's for sure. I just can't risk it all. Gotta match my bet this time. Ooh, the middle's where I'm at, babe. Walk on over, baby, just match my vibe. Hop in and take this ride.
Let's go.
Ooh, match my vibe. Hop and take this ride. Chance my bet this time. I'ma lay all of my chips down. Laying all my chips down. I'm never gonna fucking. I just wanna get past this confusing phase we stuck in. Do you really love me or are you just both lying? Look me in the eyes, cause I can tell when you're bluffing. Ooh, I know I want you back, boy. That's for sure. I just can't risk it all. Gotta match my bet this time. Ooh, the middle's where I'm at, babe. Walk on over, baby, just match my vibe. Hop in and take this ride. Ooh, I'm a queen, baby, and I need a king to match. Baby, just match my vibe. Hop in and take this ride.
About to be like Martin on this joint.
Okay, so again, that song was Queen Low by Match. I'm sorry, the song was called Match by Queen Low. I do want to ask the fellas a question. So since y'all are single, and when y'all meet someone, y'all ask them, can I take y'all out? Do y'all put the effort in to plan something?
Yeah, you gotta have a plan.
I definitely do.
Else she's not gonna go.
Okay, so y'all a little bit smarter than half the other people in the
I'm
dating
an educated
pool.
brother.
Because I just had a lot of bad experiences. People be like, can I take you out? And then take you out turn into where you want to go. Like, man, can you just plan something?
No, I will plan something. I have done that before, though. But it'd be like, just name somewhere you want to eat. Type. I ain't gonna lie. So
Then that's not you planning.
That's old, though. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, that's younger me. But
He once was lost, but now he's found. Like, he knows.
Oh, y'all. Are y'all joining forces? See, this is supposed to be we united. It's not supposed to be
that's
we
what happened
against
when
each
it's
other.
your neighbor.
I can't say I used to just pick them up. Oh, we can go wherever you want. Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? I said I used to do that, but y'all can say, oh, I used to be a savage. I'm not a savage no more.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
I didn't used to have a location. But you used to be a savage. I don't know the definition of savage.
I cannot.
You Megan Thee Stallion and all that? I need to have my gun. I need.
Well, I do have manganese, so.
Hey.
Never skip leg day.
So I do have a scenario, and I want to see what y'all responses would be. If somebody is dating two people, and they lie to one, and they're honest, 100% honest to the other one, who do y'all think they love? Honestly.
The one that they lying to.
Okay.
Themselves. They only lying to one of them for the beneficiary part of it. Somebody got money. Somebody putting the roof over their head or whatever.
I just think they lying because they don't want to hurt your feelings. The
Yeah.
one that's they telling you the truth because they obviously don't give a fuck.
I don't think nobody care about feeling too long.
And this is people, you saying they're in a relationship. And
Okay, yeah, because when you say dating, like if we not exclusive and I'm like dating
Or is
around,
he
I don't got a lot of
exclusive with one
nobody.
and
So
he's
They're
savage
supposed
with
to be.
the
They're
other?
supposed to be exclusive because and most times dating now, everybody is not,
exclusive.
or everybody's definition of dating
Is
is
very
different.
Yes.
Like dating exclusively and dating is two separate things. But a lot of
Yeah.
people confuse that nowadays. If I say I'm dating, that don't mean I'm dating one person. It means I'm going out on dates.
You go
multiple
out
people.
dates. You see him
But dating exclusively means I'm just dating that person. It don't necessarily mean we're in a relationship either. It's just I'm the only person that going out on dates with you and vice versa. But we might not have moved to, hey, yeah, we going
We
to
not
build.
committed yet. Or
Yeah,
nothing
we,
yet.
it's not committed relationship. Do y'all agree or disagree?
I think
Because
I'm agreeing with her that it's the one they lied to. I think so. Like that's the one they love.
Because
they
they
care
want to
about your
protect
feelings.
those feelings.
Yeah, they
Oh,
want to
yeah.
protect that relationship that they have with them. They don't like because
Okay, so why do with the other? You know what? Well, sometimes
that's another question.
think-
that's another question.
She already know the
I
answer, though.
answered the question.
She know that
I'm
answer.
just
Yeah.
answering-
She already
I'm
got
just
an answer.
answering the question.
She had an answer already. That's
What
why
I
she said
learned
it.
is sometimes
answering
it don't
the
Why
always
would you?
mean because they don't. It don't always mean because they don't love you or whatever. It
People
sometimes
cheat for different reasons.
it's nothing better than pussy, but new pussy. I mean, it's something that you have not experienced, and it's no feelings involved. So it's like, okay, yeah, I love you, but then, damn, she thick. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I feel like when a lot of times when men cheat, some of them, they aren't cheating for, like, they only cheating because that's what they want. Like, it's I think it's like, yeah,
it's not personal.
But
yeah.
sometimes when people cheat, it's not even a physical thing. It's because some people don't have a safe space in their relationship to talk to their partner.
It starts
isn't
emotionally, and that definitely it starts emotionally when you start talking to somebody else and you feel like you could, express yourself with this person, but your wife or your husband is not willing. You know what I'm saying? They're not there for you in that aspect. So some people do cheat because they're looking for that, and when it starts emotionally, then feelings get involved. Then so do everything else.
Somebody on live say you always open more with the person that you don't care about losing out of your life. Like you're always more open.
That is so true.
Well, why would you tell somebody? Okay, I'm gonna ask
like
this
you
question.
don't care what's gonna happen. Like I'm always gonna take.
But when you say open,
it's levels to that.
Yeah, it's levels to openness.
Yes.
If he knows you could do all that, or vice versa, and still have home with you, or some type of,
But when you say open, like open as in to what?
Open as in shit that you're going through, or
open like you just
it is different levels.
Whatever. Like you just.
So you letting them know that you sleeping with whoever, or you talking to whoever, or if you see me with this person, don't ask me no questions, like don't text my phone or nothing, like what it is, like that type of openness, or I'm opening up to you about what's going on in my life, my past, and like stuff like that. Cause it's definitely levels to this.
Cause I ain't opening up somebody I'm just fucking or smashing on the side. I'm not telling you nothing personal about me.
If we just humping, you just gonna send me the text to tell me where to come. I'm gonna send you, send you eyes or the
just tell them anything.
Plant emoji, the eggplant emoji.
I mean, that would say that's standard. That would say you say you ain't gotta see him a second time.
You
so
can't
I can tell
necessarily say.
Hey, I'm filming for Coming to America. My name's Jake from State Farm.
Bruh.
I got a red button up on and everything. First date.
I can't take you serious ever in life.
That's the dating pool. That's all I'm be understanding.
I mean, I just feel like, granted, y'all say it's levels to it, but it's like, okay, if you smashing like your close friend, it's like the doors of communication is open.
Oh yeah, that's different. If y'all,
you feel what I'm saying?
Close.
That's why I say you can't.
I don't like this topic. We finna change.
You can't necessarily like. I'm just being real. I'm being honest. You feel what I'm saying? You have those situations where, like, you have that friend.
Yeah, like y'all real close and y'all talk about everything, but y'all do smash.
And right. I mean, it don't have to be on a regular basis. Shit, it could be.
That goes back to the question: can your partner have a best friend of the opposite sex?
But what is that? I'm not calling that best friend.
Okay, I got you.
I said I
ain't gonna lie. I'm not calling.
Because that's what
if you know y'all doing that regularly. You say your friend. You can't say
I'm not calling nobody that I smash my
y'all doing
best
that on the
friend or my
regular,
brother.
you say
that's
your best friend, man. Y'all might as well didn't jump the broom some shit.
Somebody on live said today is steak and blowjob day.
But then you gonna hit him up this weekend like, yeah, I need that.
Exactly. So I agree with Duke, because if I call somebody my best friend, we smashing on a regular basis. First of all, the basis of a relationship should be built off friendship. Yes. So if that's the case, then that's true. We don't need to be best friends. We need to be in a fucking relationship.
But sometimes you know too much about somebody to even want to be in a relationship with them.
Big facts.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I was in Vegas. Stays in Vegas.
It's like, all right, bro. I know how you get.
Like you cool,
yeah,
but nah, like
I know how you get down, so I'll pass.
Right.
I'm sorry, we had to laugh because for me to be transparent, because that's what I want to be on my show. In current situation, favorite friend, love him to death, but because I know how he is, I can't do it.
But best friend,
I ain't judging him. That's still my favorite friend.
Hey, best friend. You know some of these. You know the majority of these women ain't right. in a certain
When you say
Yeah.
ain't right, can you elaborate, please?
like.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
Like what y'all say, it only takes the right woman for a man. Every man just has that right woman or a certain type of woman that.
Okay, but what if that's certain? Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. This, you know
So
what
you
I'm saying?
hurt. So y'all hurt bays? That's what you're telling me?
Who hurt bays?
I'm just asking because
No,
you
I
said.
just an unlucky, like you said, unlucky dating pool. Ain't nobody found the right.
But you just said majority of the females aren't right. So what's your definition? Like we ain't right. Like what's your definition?
Like y'all not looking for.
You feel like people.
Like,
Oh,
they
we
not
not we
relationship
look
anyway.
we not looking for no we look,
Yeah, they
looking
looking
for
for, like,
FWBs,
They gonna
friends
come
with
through
benefits.
right now. They gonna chill with you, smoke with you, burn your stimulus up, then they gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. She like, I worry about that when I'm 35. I'm got some butt shots, I got some Botox or whatever.
butt shots.
What?
Butt shots and
Okay.
Botox.
Yeah, nigga.
Sound like a dope track
You
right
don't know
there.
where your tax money going to.
That is a special situation.
Butt shots
So,
and Botox.
I know.
Alright. But they all explore page.
Hey, bro. First of all, you're petty for doing that.
Just good
You're petty
just
for
good
doing
night.
that, but yeah. So just to change it up a little bit, so a big thing socially and culturally is that it's been stated that men feel like they can't express themselves, and that they hold a lot of things within. And like they said, women don't understand the pressure that we have in society. And I just want to, do y'all have someone, whether it's friend or family, that you feel it's a safe space for you to be completely honest about whatever you're dealing with in your life?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
My father. I can tell my father anything. I just hate when he
My
get
petty
all
twin.
religious.
He know who he is.
My psychiatrist.
Do you really see a psychiatrist? Like, I ain't even trying to be funny, because we talked about this last week. Like, I do encourage counseling.
Yes.
A lot of
Therapy,
black
yes.
people are against
Jesus
yes.
and
going
my
to therapy.
therapist.
I've gone to therapy.
See,
Yeah,
Me
I'm all
too.
for it.
I've
Yes.
gone to therapy too.
I love my therapist. She's awesome.
I've worked in the mental health field, so I already knew.
Physical therapy.
Oh my God.
Gotta work it out.
so, because my best friend doesn't talk to me about anything. So, I want to know, do you have somebody else other than me that you can talk to?
The Bible.
Yes, the Lord.
You play so bad.
When
You
is
do
the
gotta
last
take
time
it to-
you touched
You
the
do
Bible?
gotta take it
bruh?
to the Lord too, though.
You do.
You gotta take it to the Lord
God is
too.
my homie.
Yes.
Because I be talking to God like I talk to
I
everybody
mean, I
else.
believe that
God
you
is
might
dope.
pray, but don't say the Bible. When's the last time you touched the Bible? Okay, so the silence
Praise
said.
the Lord.
No, but I really do, because we talk about self-help and mental health, self-care. It is very important that you have at least one person that you can talk to
Definitely.
about anything and everything in your life, because mental health is real. There are people who don't know how to deal with certain situations. They feel like the only way out is to not be here anymore. A lot of people suffer from depression. And so that's why I'm a big supporter for going to therapy. And understand that therapy is not a place where, one, you need to sugarcoat yourself. You need to be completely honest, because they can give you advice. And understand advice is really your option whether you're going to take it or not. But they can make or help you see things in a different light that you might not be able to see for yourself. And so I am a big advocate for whatever it is you're going through. If you don't have nobody, I don't care if your mama is the person that you beefing with. Talk to somebody about it. A lot of people have
Therapy.
traumas. We talked about trauma. When you suffer from traumas and you don't heal from it properly, it comes out in relationships.
In relationships.
Not just
definitely.
romantic relationships, come out in friendships as well. Because a lot of people have, for myself especially, I had abandonment trauma, and I didn't know how to deal with it or heal from it until probably about 2 years ago. And the way that I responded was just me lashing out at people, and I had to go back and apologize. But a lot of people are just like above apologizing. They be stuck in there. This is how I am, and it's nothing I can do about you. Like it. If you don't like it, you can leave.
And I'm leaving.
But then when you suffer from
Only
abandonment
when I
trauma,
train to Georgia.
And you tell people that's like giving somebody an ultimatum. It's unfair. Just because you're going through something you haven't healed from, it's unfair.
There's always room for growth. And
Exactly.
so, but definitely, the reason why I went to my therapist is because I wanted an unbiased opinion. Like, I wanted to talk to somebody who did not know me, who wouldn't sit up here and be like, well, I think you should. And it's their advice that they were giving me were based on how I moved in the past or how I am. Like, I wanted somebody that you don't know anything about me, and this is my situation, and how can you help me without you already judging me based on what you already know about me. So that's why I went to therapy. My therapist was Caribbean. She was dope.
Yeah, so I've done therapy in 2 different kind of atmospheres. As a teenager, they made me do therapy within the church. And don't get me wrong, I love God. I love being around people who are definitely focused on God. But at the same time, I don't think that some people in the church understand that when you're going through certain things, the last thing you want to hear is take it to God.
Yep. Jesus in my
You
therapist.
cannot
Sorry, guys.
You cannot force God down somebody's throat while they're going through their darkest moments.
Oh, hey, baby.
Nobody's going to want to hear that.
Nope.
Jesus and my therapist. Okay.
And, I mean,
That's
and
what I
that's
got.
truly being honest.
Can't
But that's
force nothing
it. That was my 2
down.
options.
And it's
Can't help
like
people who
not
don't want to be
everybody,
helped. Yeah.
you know, not everybody is religious. Me personally, anytime anybody brings that up, I try to duck under the table when it comes to that conversation. Only because it ruffles so many feathers.
Yeah.
Anytime you bring out religion.
Yeah, I'm more spiritual than religious. I will say that. And that's just happened recently over the past few years, I think. And the only reason with that is I think religion puts you in a box to a certain extent. Then with all these different type of denominations, like, it's a lot of man-made, handwritten bylaws. Because I grew up in a Primitive Baptist church, went to a Kojic church, went to First Baptist church, and now I'm in an AME church. So it's like, and to see all the different customs and a lot of stuff that we do, it came from slave time, and I'm very black. So, like, when I find out what, like, certain things are for, like, why people do certain things when it comes to religion, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You only doing that because the white man told us to do that, and that's why y'all kept the traditions. And a lot of people don't realize a lot of traditions that they carry in church came from slave time. So that's why I tell people, I burn my sage, talk to God, and mind my business.
I just try to stay away from it. Like, when I was in high school, I had this teacher, and he was the one who actually made me want to open my eyes and, like, do some research on, like, all the religions. I went to college and researched all of them. And, like, what I got from all of them is that they all represent the same thing.
Literally, same
They all
ideology,
represent
different
the
idol.
same thing. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And, like, you know how every single religion has, like, a leader. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And, like, that leader, all of them get crucified or murdered or whatever because of, like, economical differences. It's all the same. That's all. The point I'm trying to make is that they're all similar. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's, like, pushed upon you, I just don't think that's right, because us as black people, that wasn't our tradition in Africa.
Yeah, we weren't reading the King James version of the Bible.
Right, exactly.
Christianity was the third religion on this earth. Y'all better do your research. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, I tell people all the time, just because you were raised a certain way doesn't make it the right way.
Most definitely.
So, however you choose to raise your kids, don't force something on them. Let them, I mean, if that's your tradition while they're at a young age and you want them to get into that, but still let them, when they have a voice, let them use their voice. If they want to explore other things, let them explore other things. Don't project what you were learned or taught, because a lot of us don't do the research. I realize in black families and a lot of dynamics, We don't do the research for ourselves. We let somebody tell us information. That's one of the reasons why I don't really watch the news. Because the news will give us any information, give the world information in the way that they want it. So, and I have a big problem with like a lot of the Facebook groups. People be asking questions before they do research for themselves. I'm like, while you on your smartphone, Google some shit first.
Yes, don't be asking shit that you could ask on Google on Facebook. Like, you could have Googled that.
Right, I understand. If you do your research first and then come back and ask for suggestions, okay, cool. But off the rip, if you ain't done no research, again, you're doing exactly what the world is already doing. Just taking information from people and not having nothing to stand on. Mm-hmm. So it's very, very unfortunate. And while we're on the topic and we're talking about religion and beliefs, could you date someone who doesn't have the same beliefs or in the same religion as you? Because we all know there are a lot of different religions that have different traditions. So could you date someone who has a different tradition?
Not if the end goal is marriage.
No.
Oh, you don't believe in marriage?
No, I'm saying not if the end goal is marriage. If you're just dating to date, yeah, that's one thing. But if you're dating to the end goal is marriage, no.
Yeah, somebody's going to switch their religion.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, say one is a Christian and one is a Muslim.
Yeah.
One want to celebrate Christmas and the other one is like, nah.
Well, I know people.
One main thing, one don't want to eat bacon.
Well, my Patty twin said, as long as you respect my beliefs, then you know what I'm saying.
That's gonna be hard to do because what if y'all have children, right? And it's like, all right, on the Christian side, it's like, I want to make the perfect Christmas and have Santa Claus and blah 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 blah.
Well, Santa Claus is not religious at all.
But honestly,
if we be 100.
Yeah, I don't think I could date an atheist. That's what.
So that was going to be that was going to be a follow-up question.
Like,
could you date somebody who doesn't believe in anything?
Nah, that would be tough.
I'm about to say that's part of the first thing asked off when you talking about the religion. I asked off like, it's just not going to be no understanding like an atheist.
Because an atheist is going to be against everything that you do. Like,
no, because when I'm in the house burning my sage and playing my gospel music and praying, like, I can't have you in there trying to combat what I'm trying to do.
He gonna walk in and kick that shit over.
Like, I done learned, like, a lot of atheists, to me, move similar to how Jehovah's Witnesses move. Like, they're very aggressive in their delivery of what they believe in. And that's one thing why I never really fuck with Jehovah's Witnesses. I might put myself in a space to experience other people's religion or traditions because I respect people, but I don't like when it's forced upon me. Don't give me an option.
Ladies that jump you, bro, they be coming up to you a little deep. They be knowing you home alone.
Are you ready for Jehovah's return?
I heard about y'all.
That I heard about y'all.
I know, right? They want you to look at them pamphlets.
I just feel like as long as if you believe in a higher being, then I think that's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with somebody who doesn't go to church because honestly, growing up in the church, I understand why people are turned off from church and seeing how these mega million churches and pastors and all them are. So like, if we can sit here and have a conversation about God, we good to go. You don't go to church, that's fine. We can sit and we can pray together and we can talk about how we pray for each other and all that. I'm good.
It's a lot of people
like a spiritual Christian.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand it's a lot of people who don't go to church to know the Bible more than people who do go to church.
Listen, let me tell y'all about dating in the church. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, men be the biggest whores ever.
I can attest to
the Lord.
From growing up in the church, yes.
Like, yes, and from growing up in the church, having family members that's in the church, that's ministers and pastors, but was slanging and banging everything they could move while carrying that title. And I don't care if you see this, shade, but no shade. Yeah, like, I'd rather date Joe Blow on the street than deal with these hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Because I've literally had a dude who still follows me to this day who sent me a Bible verse, but then turned around and sent me a picture of his dick. So make it make sense. Like, nah, we not doing that, bruh.
And that's people with like super extreme like
drops mic.
Like Fearless Swag.
That's how you really feel.
I'm just telling you. Okay,
but I'm saying, look, I grew up in the church too. Like when I say grew up, when I was younger, my father went through the whole thing into being a minister, and they say pastor and minister kids are the baddest. I might have been the worst kid in the damn church. I didn't do nothing sexually bad, but I was a bad kid. I'll cuss you out in a heartbeat. If I had a messed up mentality of if you're not somebody in my family, I don't have to respect you. But I was in this place where I had no choice but to attend this. They had a youth ministry at the church that I went to. Every weekend, every Friday, I had to go to this youth ministry. Half these kids I go to school with, so I know what their mouth like. But y'all have us sitting in this room talking about things that we've already learned on our own. So now when we go on things like youth retreats, you got people doing all kind of wild stuff. And these were the same people who ended up with kids while they were still in high school. I'm not judging you. Everybody make mistakes. But I think that people have to be more understanding that times are different now for our generation than it was when our parents were growing up. And because the times have changed, how you parent has to change.
I think our generation, we question more things. I literally had this conversation like 2 weeks ago. We're more like, so why do you do this? Like, well, just because grandma did it, that don't mean that it makes it right. Or grandma should have did it. So why did grandma do it? And I think that's why things are a little bit different, because we're looking at it like, oh, well, just because that's something that was passed down, that doesn't necessarily mean I have to do it just because grandma and great-grandma did it. You know what I'm saying? Or grandpa and great-great-grandpa did it. And I think that's just where we're at. Like, we're breaking traditions that were created. And even when they talk about breaking generational curses, it's the same thing. Like, we are not doing what our parents were doing, what our great grandparents was doing, grandparents. Like, we on a whole different. If it don't make sense or whatever, like, we gonna figure out like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents and grandparents, like, they stayed on jobs for 30 and 40 years that they hated. We're
not doing that.
We're not doing that.
I'm not stressing myself out like that.
Cause my grandma had 17 siblings or some shit. So I'm just imagining the stimulus check, bro. With 17 siblings. They like 500 to keep.
Well, they ain't give people stimulus checks back then like that.
That's what I'm saying now.
But imagine if they could.
Well, actually, you get cut off after like the 10th kid or something like that. So they not getting a whole bunch of money for 17 kids.
We need to fix the laws. That's wrong.
They had to fix it because people were still living off the system.
Y'all did my ancestors bad enough. You ain't gonna give them credit for all their kids.
I don't know. I just, in a certain sense, I feel like tradition is not always bad. However, I feel like it's okay to deviate from the norm.
I think it just depends on the tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like, of what is being carried down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, being staying-at-home wives. Like, a lot of our grandparents and grandma, great-grandma, like, that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They was in the kitchen and having a lot of kids. Shout out to Katie Mae because she birthed 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them kids that she had, my aunts and uncles. But now
it's a lot different.
It's a lot different. Well, first of all, they ain't had nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta remember the rights were different for women and men, and that's why when people now, that's the big debate in society now is that guys be wanting. Well, some guys want somebody who's just going to stay home and clean the house and do this. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want me to stay home and do this and this, that means I'm not contributing to nothing because I don't have nothing to contribute.
So y'all need.
And that means you're going to be the provider. And I'm like, but y'all have to understand what was entailed. If y'all want things that our grandparents did, that means you have to also provide how the grandfathers provided back then. But I think a lot of people don't understand that. So while we were talking about generational traumas, I want to play this clip from I Am DeVal from the Ellises. I love watching their damn YouTube channel. But he talked about it a little bit on his podcast.
I was very deliberate about delivering that information to him was because of all these things. So, for example, unresolved emotions and thoughts about a traumatic event. We had the situation where I was going to spank Jackson, right? He's going to ask me at some point why I spanked him. If I say, I spanked you because I spanked you, leave me alone, get out of my face, that's unresolved. You know what he's going to do? Say, you know what? My parents were pretty good parents. My father spanked me. I'm going to spank my kids. Right. Without even knowing why.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
it's just unresolved. And then that behavior becomes acceptable, which brings me to the other point, which acceptable behaviors and beliefs that exist within the family because it's unresolved. I had a young man in Prototype who I found out he used to respond poorly to male authority figures. He always used to shrivel up, and at first I thought that he was just a little soft. So I was like, let me just see if I can poke him, get in his face, and see if he can man up a little bit. Then my plan was to applaud him for standing up, and then get everybody to rile around him and understand. But I was in my 20s. I didn't understand generational traumas.
Right.
The more I screamed at him, the smaller he got, till he stopped coming. Then I found out from one of his mom's friends, because the mom never said anything, that the young man had experienced traumas with the mom's boyfriend. And the mom's boyfriend was sexually abusive to him. And the mom said to me, the reason why she allowed it was because she was sexually abused by her mom's boyfriend. And I was just like, so she just let him do it because it happened to her. And she said, this is my homegirl. We tried to talk about it. We went to therapy, but she felt like as a woman in the house, she didn't have the authority to tell the man she was dating what to and what not to do with her child. The same way her mom didn't tell him what to do with her. And at that point, I had to realize, like, wow, here I am not understanding the nuance within each family and each child, and I'm trying to just assert this male dominance, and but not realizing.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's hard in that circumstance then not to pass judgment or to say, like, you're a grown woman now. Like, regardless of what transpired in your childhood, then having this transpire with your child, it's like, at what point do you say, like, I know that this is not supposed to occur? And it's me not passing judgment because I just don't know how it affects someone psychologically and how that mindset is, which is why therapy is so important and actually addressing these things. I would have never guessed that would have been the outcome or the reason as to why, she was allowing this to happen.
So now I'm going to explain to you how that trauma and experiencing that trauma leads us back to today and Jackson, right? That young man at 13, once we were able to break it down and I was able to speak to him, I finally got him to open up about what he was going through, and he told me. The thing that was the hardest for me to deal with was him saying, it's not that big a deal, it's cool, I'll deal with it. So him normalizing that feeling made me feel like if he grows up, is he going to then feel like it's okay, it's normal, I can do that to someone else's child or do that to my child because it was done to me, it was done to my mom, that's normal. That leads me to Jackson dealing with Breonna Taylor, dealing with Ahmaud Arbery. I remember feeling when I watched the George Floyd incident, right? I remember looking at the TV. I got mad for a minute, and then I said, this is just...
So, as he talked about, is trying to break those traumas that went right along with what we were just discussing about not following. You don't have to always follow tradition just because it's something that you were taught. It is very important to recognize your traumas and things that even you might have been told that you see now as an adult for yourself are not right. And I always want to advocate for people because I was put in a position where I was taught that certain things weren't ladylike. I'm like, weren't. And in my mind now, being expressive as I am, like I just had to at one point sit my grandparent down and have that conversation. Like, we grew up in two different times. There's a super gap in society between how you were brought up and how I'm being brought up. But don't make it a parent thing. You have to understand that times are different. My parent didn't do anything wrong by exposing me to certain things. I feel like she saved my life and prepared me to be an adult, but your grandparents look at things differently because they come from a different time. And once you able to have your voice, it's important that you can respectfully advocate for yourself. Because I think as black families, a lot of people in the older generations feel like if you're not doing things their way or what they expect, they take it as disrespect. And it's not disrespect, it's just, don't tell me that I'm supposed to have a voice, and then when I use my voice and it's not what you like or what you want me to do, it's wrong.
I definitely will say expressing yourself, and I recently had this conversation with one of my family members. I think expressing yourself in a black household gets viewed as disrespect, especially as an adult. And it's just like, I think sometimes our parents have a hard time viewing us as grown people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 32 years old. So me expressing myself or saying something to you, this is me as an adult. Like, don't take it personal because I may have a day I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like being bothered. Like, don't take that personal, but that's me as an adult. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes when we do express ourselves, and I've dealt with this a lot with older people, it's a sign of disrespect. But no, if I don't like how you're moving, or I don't like something you say that you say or you do, and I express it, I don't like it, it's not me disrespecting you, but it's like, I don't like it. I don't care if you're older than me, but I'm an adult just like you're an adult. So I should be able to express myself or say what I need to say, and we need to have that adult conversation because we're both adults. But it's like they don't want to view you as that adult. But you, like, I'm grown, so you will take this or leave it.
Exactly. And I don't feel like it should just be like I can voice how I feel when I'm an adult. Like, I hear so many parents today be like, I can't wait till my child can talk, because you want them to be able to tell you whatever is going on when you're not around. We have to remember, once they get to that age, kids have feelings too. You need to talk to them in a certain kind of manner that you would want somebody to talk to you. Like, when you talk negatively to a child and you think, oh, they're just a kid, they're not going to remember that. Kids remember more shit than what people give them credit for.
Exactly.
Because there are a lot of broken adults who are still broken kids and never healed from something that their parents said. But they've normalized it. As he stated in the video, a lot of people have normalized things that happened to them in their childhood instead of saying, you know what, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. I need to get therapy for it because I don't want it to get passed down the line.
That's why you got to go to therapy. And I think now, like, I'm a parent. I have a 3-year-old daughter. Now we have more access with internet and everything to get better ideas and to become more knowledgeable and to become better as parents, because we as adults, we know things that our parents did that was right and wrong. Like, whether we've been to therapy to handle it or not, you know what something your mother did was wrong, or the way they talked to you, or the way they yelled at you, whether it was one time or 50 times, you remember that time.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Or whether, it was your father. If, he did something that might have scared you or that made you feel uncomfortable.
I had a traumatized whipping, okay?
You know what I mean? Like, you remember that.
I remember the last beating I got because I shouldn't have got it.
Exactly. So I take those things that I remember.
3rd grade.
That my parents did to me and I make sure I don't do that stuff with my daughter. You know what I mean? Because I remember how that stuff my parents did to me made me feel. I'm gonna make sure I don't do that to her.
Right. And I mean, I would have that same mentality as well if I had children.
Yeah. But I literally had this conversation with my mother like not so long ago. I was like, I was scared of you growing up. She was like, oh my God, you was. I was like, yes, because I feel like in not even just a black household, but household periods, like y'all raise us as if we do one wrong thing, like it's the end of the world. So it's like we're so scared to mess up because it's like if you come home with this or if you get in trouble at school, like it's the end of the world. I was like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I was scared of y'all. And I said I wouldn't come and talk to y'all about certain stuff because I'm like, well, if I tell them that this would happen, then I'm gonna get in trouble. And then, you know, mother was like, oh, well, you could have came to me. I'm like, yeah, but how you instilled in us, like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother, like she always be like, you know, stuff will be out there when you grow up, whatever. But it's like your grades got to be like this or whatever, and part of it has molded me into the adult that I am today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even when I was in college, a C is spelling to me like a C, but I'm not a C student. You know what I'm saying?
My sister got locked in the closet.
But it's like that's how we were raised, and I got into a heated argument with somebody about this because working with. As an educator now, like, I see how we are still passing down those traditions. How you still have these kids that are scared of their parents or they're scared to go to their parents or scared to talk to their parents. But it's because of what y'all said to us.
Mm-hmm. It's that delivery.
Right. For us to have that fear. Because I knew that when Peggy looked over them glasses, I knew that I had to chill. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a kid that had to be like beat to death or anything like that. But I still was scared because I always felt like if I messed up, like it's the end of the world or like I'm going to disappoint my parents. And it's like even as adults, like it's almost like, dang, well, if I mess up, I'm still going to disappoint my parents. And I think we have to get into a relationship where you don't want your kids to be scared of you. Like, you want your kids to be able to be comfortable enough to talk to you about their shortcomings or their shortfallings or them being scared, messing up and not being scared. And I just think because that's how grandma raised them up. So it's like
they didn't know no better.
Right. Yeah. And that's really what it is. Like, they don't know no better.
That's why I said, because we have the internet and stuff like that to help us in social media and all that to look at and parent pages and all that stuff. But our parents didn't have that access. Like, so all they knew is what their parents did or their grandparents did or their auntie might have did. So that's all they could do.
Right, but I'll just say that you don't want them to mistake.
Yeah, I'm not your friend. We still not friends.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
But I want you to have.
Mistake,
I still want you to have a safe space.
That open communication, but don't get it twisted. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I will still knock your ass out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most
you feel what I'm saying?
Trust me, I know.
But I mean, I just think parents back in the day. I mean, we all see a lot, as we're growing up. Our parents seen a lot as they were growing up. Our grandparents saw a lot. So it's like a lot of things that they say wasn't to like hinder us. Mm-hmm. It was more so to protect us. Yeah. And it's like, okay, if they instill that fear in you, that mean when I go to school, that mean as front. Right. Oh yeah.
That parental fear.
Because when you go home, and then back in the day, they used to beat you in school.
Yeah.
Like in the islands, like where I'm from, like they pop you with that ruler. Yep. Oh yeah, real quick. Your neighbors, like back then, it was a village that raised the children, whereas now it's like. It's not that same vibe.
You better
no
not say nothing to my child. Like, that's what it's saying now.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And that was the big thing.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Because
it takes a village.
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, a lot of people have that new mindset.
Because those the ones, like them strangers are the ones that's looking out for your children, making sure that they all right.
In most cases, I understand that the world is different. Once again, there is some pedophiles in the world.
Yeah, I was about to say, weirdos messed that up.
It definitely is.
But see, and that's why you gotta get to
But
know the parents that your children are around.
Because growing up,
I need to know. Let me meet them.
Yeah.
We need to have a
We was
discussion.
the last
Let me see their
generation
house.
of latchkey
But-
kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My house used to be the hangout spot.
Night over y'all teacher's house and shit like y'all teachers doing.
First of all, ain't none
Yeah.
of my kids
I
ever.
didn't.
None of my students are ever spending the night with
Never.
me.
I'm about to call and have a talk with
Nah.
Nina. 'Cause
And
Nina
neither
did
is
not
my
let you
daughter.
stay at no teacher. Nina let you stay at a teacher's
I
house.
don't know why my teachers. Like, I stayed at all my teachers' houses. I went on field trips. Absolutely.
Man,
Child,
my teachers
I
was
believe
lit when I was
like
younger.
You said it take a village though, right?
My teachers
I'm saying-
Listen, none
The
of my
village loved
students
me.
can come
Yeah.
home to me. None of them.
Had a
I mean, it
friend
don't
in high
necessarily
school
have
that
to
was
be
spending the
home,
night
but
at
like
the
No,
maybe a
now,
camping trip or
I do
something.
have a former
What
student.
if
That's my
what if you had a
baby.
kid, your child. What if you was like, do you work in the education system?
I'm
I
a
don't know.
teacher, sweetheart. I
So-
said
so,
this.
So say you got a child and he working at a school. You go to, you know what I'm saying, like, and then your child got.
That's something
like-
different.
that's like-
If my
that's like-
child is friends with a child and we have a sleepover, that's different. But I'm talking about like I'm not opening my door to my. No, I do have a
your
former
favorite
student. That's
Nah.
my work son, and he
your
know
favorite-
that's my baby. To you know what I'm saying, to the death of me, and I would do anything for him. But it's still boundaries that you have to
Yeah.
create because
Well, I'm thankful
can't
for-
nobody say that Fearless Swagger
Because-
like any of her students because
Hey.
the devil's a damn lie.
right, in today's world,
Yeah.
I'm
it
thankful
makes
for my
it so
teacher.
you
I'm
have
thankful
to
for
set boundaries like
You
that.
do.
Yeah.
And it's sad. So I want to ask y'all this question: when y'all are dating, or getting to know someone, do y'all pay attention to the relationship that they have with people around them, and the relationship that they have with their parents?
I pay attention to everything.
Parents, definitely. You gotta watch how a man treats his mama. Cause if I would have known what I knew back then, I would have not have dated my ex because like he had mommy issues because his mom wasn't there and he was raised by his dad. So like little arguments would be so dumb. And then when I actually sat on the phone with him and listened to how he talked to his mom, and I'm just like, and then eventually I got talked to that same way. And I was just like, yeah, like you have to, in any relationship, men pay attention to that mommy daddy, that daddy daughter dynamic, and you got to pay attention to that son mother dynamic. Like you really have to pay attention to that because I've definitely come across guys that have had mommy issues, like,
Yes.
and
And they're looking for someone.
yeah,
who just
tell
like
me
them.
you love me, sir. I've known you for 2 weeks. Like it's gonna be a no for me. Like
I mean,
yeah.
and it's not even just that. Like once you're getting to know somebody and you see they depend on you for everything.
They looking
You
for a
can
mama.
tell, right? You can tell somewhat of their backstory, whether they want to disclose it or not. And that's why I feel like it's important to really get to know
That's why you gotta
the
go
person.
to therapy. That's why you gotta go to
Yeah,
therapy.
I mean, but everybody's
Everybody-
not gonna go.
I
though.
know.
A lot of people are not
Yeah.
going to go because they have the concept of I'm not going to pay somebody to.
Or they
to
think
get
they
I
crazy.
get that, but then that's why it's like you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Well,
just
that's
'cause it's-
insanity.
Exactly. So that's why you gotta try something different. You got to, just like you gonna go to the doctor eventually. If you think something wrong, there's nothing wrong with going to therapy, dealing with that, that hurt or that pain.
But
something
the
or
family
somebody
dynamic,
caused.
the family dynamic for me is important because I'm very family oriented. Like I'm always with my family. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that's family oriented, like then you'll understand. Like if you, which you got close relationships with your family or whatever. I mean, I don't rock with my brother, and I tell everybody that I'm real open and honest about that relationship. But that doesn't affect me because I got other brothers. But like, you definitely got to pay attention to the whole family dynamic.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it. My
Men and
blood
women.
brother, God rest his soul, was married into a dysfunctional family. And like, it was crazy. Like, I'd never seen mothers and daughters talk to each other and curse each other out. And, they put Jesus on the shelf for that moment and did what they had to do.
I
So-
mean, you'd be surprised. And I say that because
A lot of families are toxic.
I'm about
Yeah.
to say,
Definitely.
I'm about to say some wild shit.
Go
but
ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm
Save me.
I'll say this, like, I'm family oriented to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's quite a few of them that
Oh yeah, I got some out. They blocked. And I would never
it's-
speak to.
It's quite a few now. I think I'm on like a whole nother level. Like if they got hit by a bus tomorrow, I would not feel no type of way. I feel like some. Stop it.
I apologize.
I don't know. I'm not as family oriented because of my relationship with certain members in my family. So
cut
when it
off
comes
the toxic ones. I'm an advocate for cutting off family members that serve you no purpose. Like my blood brother, I love him to death, but until he goes seek therapy, our relationship will never be a brother and sister type relationship because that's just because he need to go see somebody.
Right.
I went to see somebody.
Just because they family don't make it right.
Yeah, blood don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
Because that goes back to the people who are so
This
stuck in.
This my whole big brother and Ray.
Some people are so stuck in this is how this is who
brother.
I am and this I am this way, and if you don't like it, you can leave. That whole it goes back to that whole mindset, and is unfortunately we deal with a lot of people in our family who are toxic people, and then they want to smile in your face. I'm like, nah, I know who you really are. Especially now being an adult, you know who these people are, and they expect you to still get. They expect to still get the same respect from you. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand, I ain't obligated to fuck with you just because we family.
Blood don't mean nothing.
It don't. Some of them motherfuckers pedophiles anyway, so it don't even make no damn difference.
Lord.
Man, women
Those are definitely
Paige and Iyanla.
females got a whole nother response. My goodness gracious.
What you guys say, Future?
Oh, twin, you said enough all night.
I know I have nothing to say,
You
but I hear
said
so many of
enough.
those stories. Y'all right?
What stories you hear?
Oh,
Hey,
this
I've
man
been raised
Future.
by a lot of strong black women, and
That
I
is
just
baby
appreciate
Future.
y'all. That's what I'm saying. I ain't got nothing to say. ain't got nothing to say.
I
I'm on
said,
y'all side.
I said, we are all people. Just like there are bad men out here, there are good men. Just like there are good women out here, there are bad women out here. We
Of
are
course.
all people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so,
There's no denouncing that.
no, like some people be trying to make it seem like women can't be wrong and that men are always wrong.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not
no.
the case at
I
all.
mean, what's that movie?
People
Antoine
make
Fisher.
mistakes.
yeah.
Shorty was
Antoine
wrong.
Fisher when she was raping him as a child. I mean, of course, like men go through that. Like even that movie where the son was like raping the father and stuff. That crazy movie, like it's stuff.
Oh,
like
the
Johnsons or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
Yeah, like I wasn't saying it to say, you know, men
no,
are the
I
bad
wasn't
guys.
saying
I was just
nah.
saying it to say, like, you know, it's crazy, sick ass people, like, in your family, right in front of your face. Like, it's just, they just everywhere.
Yeah.
Is all I'm
You right.
saying.
And the biggest
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I hate about families is they want to keep everything a fucking secret.
Free Bill
Expose.
That's why I appreciate my mama and my
them
aunt
people.
because they listen. When I tell y'all, I know the real family tree. Like I know the family tree. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say stuff out of respect for other family members, but I do appreciate my mother in that aspect. Like when it comes to the family dynamics, like my mother has been really open and honest with us about the family. We've looked through family trees. My family tree actually gives me a headache. And like no, for real, y'all tracing us all the way back to the plantation and all that. So I do appreciate that aspect. Like, you know, my grandma was real open with my mother.
She
so
said my grandma knew.
my grandma now.
Hey, look, we
So
both
you
like
know,
this.
so my mom and my aunt like are really open with me and my cousin as far as like what it's in our family tree. So I just be at a family reunion like
Sipping tea.
minding my business.
That's
So-
how I be.
We're gonna take a
family members. You don't get to pick 'em.
You don't.
Nope,
But
these
you
the people God
understand
give me.
when
Gave
you
me.
become an adult, it is always your choice
Facts.
to deal with people. I don't care if they family or not, because some family does not have positive feedback for you, nor do they really want to see you succeed.
That's why I feel
They're
like-
so miserable about something not happening in their life that they try to make everybody else miserable. Understand? That's toxic.
projection.
Well,
Flip all they ass the finger.
Y'all might as well pass the plate.
But we're going to take a real quick break. I'm going to play this song by Side the Kid. It's called It's Not You, It's Me.
So
Yeah.
Sorry, I fuck with the Ari too though, but damn. It's so.
Hey, 1 in the morning, wide awake, I'm up but I'm stalling. I'm just trying to stay up but I'm falling. Deep in love, I know you calling. Trying to see what's up. I started, didn't mean to lead you on. Regardless, I don't even mean no harm. All these years, they label me a dog. Time out, I just need to pause. Love Jones, where's Nia alone? I was too busy, she was bored. I know that she prayed for me, dear Lord. Whenever I seem to be scratched, she there for it. Too fly for me, busy airport. Sometimes I need space, sipping 3 days, but who's counting with your mind? We've been going real hard. It's not true, it's me, I know. Yo, hey. It's not true, it's me, I know.
It's not me, it's you, I know. It's not me, it's you, I know. You, darling, you.
I know you wanna go with me, wanna ride out, wanna roll with me. I'm a bad boy, like I know Diddy. I've been starting beef, like the old 50. Say you need my vibe, oh really? I've been doing me, wildin' usually. I've been used to being so litty. Entertaining exes, sending texts, saying I'm in your city, girl. I be content with being trifling. I can't be acting light skin. Birds of a feather, look at my friends. All of them dogs, yo. Just add the roof, she caught me off guard, yo. Ain't that the truth? And I love your attitude. I'm just not used to having rules. It's not true, it's me, I know. Yo, hey. It's not true, it's me, I know.
It's not me, it's you, I know. It's not me, it's you, I know. You, darling,
Everybody.
I gotta be Future. I'm gonna take it back to last night. She keep calling me Future.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You know what? Something happened last night because you live now.
Yeah, what happened last
You live
night?
now, baby.
Can they see me?
They.
No, stop about
I
Joy.
was about to say, I wanted to see what Future looked like.
You might have some fans, bro. You might have some fans.
But you know what?
Might have some fans.
I probably should have said, do y'all want to promote yourself as bachelors or something? Y'all, you on here acting real bougetto and shit.
I was about to strip in
I'm a nice
You know what?
Oh, man.
So,
Wait a minute. Oh,
okay.
The streets for real.
I'm gonna ask a combined question. One is can y'all get 5 things that you would want to ask your potential partner in the first 30 to 90 days? What are some important things that you would want to know about your partner?
What that mouth do?
Are you for the streets?
That's a toxic answer right there.
I'm taking her line. Are you for the streets?
What do you smoke, crack?
Say what that mouth do, though.
Damn,
That's
do you
second,
smoke
third
crack?
item for the press
Yeah.
Were you born a woman?
Money.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry.
y'all really gotta
I'm
ask
sorry.
the question them
You
days.
gotta
Yeah, y'all
ask
do.
now.
Y'all do really gotta ask some
You
questions.
gotta
out there.
ask now.
Hold on,
Hey,
we
yo.
talking about dating apps?
No,
No.
period.
No,
Some people-
period. You gotta
You
ask
wasn't with
now.
us. We rolled out. This was probably about like 10 years ago because I had my truck. We rolled out and went to Baltimore. And one of my friends yelled out the window.
No.
Shout out to Baltimore.
We was downtown. It's probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We just left Morgan. And we in them Baltimore streets. And poor friend yelling out that window, bruh. Didn't know what he was yelling at because he was lit. So I understand why y'all gotta ask that question.
Oh yeah, because we had one in high school from Baltimore.
For that shit. Yeah, I couldn't ride
They
the train no more.
getting good with them surgeries,
They
you know.
train. The surgeries I had. How did he? What?
Like, oh no.
Like, that's really a serious question you have to ask. Like, I literally asked the dude before, like, pictures. You know, have you ever been attracted to men? Like, it's a preference thing. Like, it's a no judgment zone because I do have friends that are in that community. But for me, like, those are questions that you really got to ask these days when it comes to dating because, like, you never know. Like, you don't.
You know, I realize even in, like, friendship dynamics, there are a lot of men who are uncomfortable being around other gay people.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
And that shit is crazy. But we're gonna have a session.
But what's crazy is they're not against being around a lesbian woman. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's where it makes things like
hypocritical.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cause it's like I have a friend in particular or whatever that is just like homophobic, but it's like because like we went to school together, that's just my homie and he knows that I am homosexual, so it's like, all right,
you're bisexual. Well, no, okay, I'm sorry, shut up.
Damn,
it's been a long time since you've been with. Okay,
yep. Yeah, all right.
Well, that will.
We'll be back after this.
Shit, use the general.
I think it might be something that you might be attracted to, but you just don't. So I guess you could. Yeah, you are. Okay, you're homosexual. Sorry.
All right, and we're back.
I don't like this glare.
Like, sure, it ain't moved for like the last
minute. All right, where you from? That's another question I would ask.
Just
where
because
you from?
I dabble does not question my sexuality. I know what my preference is.
Yeah, but I'm saying so. Okay, let's say if you No, I'm gonna go to another female. So if you're dating a guy who says, at one point I used to mess with men, but now I just want to talk to girls, you gonna call them bisexual or you gonna call them?
I don't know how I would feel about that. Because I have dealt with somebody who I found out that was down low.
Oh no.
They lived in Southeast. But yeah, so and I was like really disturbed by that.
I feel like if you dealt with both races, at some point
we weren't dating. We was talking,
bisexual, but your entire
the joint came in the house, and it was very uncomfortable. And
I'm sorry, Noodle. I don't want to fight later. I'm sorry.
We are.
No.
It was very uncomfortable. I don't know. Like okay, so it's some show.
Maybe it's something for me.
That this was a topic that was on, and so the guy used to have sex with men, and the lady felt like she just wasn't feeling it, and so a lot of people in the LGBTQ community were upset. But I think it comes along with preference, like it's what you're willing to accept. I don't know how I feel about that. So because my behind is an exit only, so you're not gonna be back there, and you're not gonna ring my doorbell. So I don't know how I feel about Future. You know what ringing doorbells are. You had a whole song. You talking about putting thumbs in butts.
Ooh, that's
well,
Gates. That's Kevin Gates.
No, that was Future. Real Sisters. Come on, dog. You know your songs.
Hey man, some things, but the way you was one that was kind of deep.
Yeah, that was a lot. Like I was sick to my stomach when I found all that out. Like
like saving somebody's life, like colon cleansing.
I ain't got no horror stories like that.
Yeah, like that was a lot. Whoa. That was a lot. I still don't know that man's whole government name to this day. You don't forget stuff like that. Like that was traumatic.
So, my last question to everybody is: if you could go and have a talk with your 21-year-old self, what advice would you give them about friendships and dating?
Focus on yourself. Make your money first and worry about them later.
Don't spend no money on that nigga, sis. Like, that's...
If he locked up, let him be locked up.
Man, what? Because that was my prison relationship.
Hey, on Love After Lockup, that girl said, if a nigga in jail, don't do shit.
She said, if he in jail and you dating him, leave him alone.
Bro, she was serious as shit.
Yeah, my 21-year-old stuff, I was in the club. Like, I was in Ibiza, free before 11.
Yeah.
That was me. In the club.
Oh, he said Ibiza.
I was down platinum with Wale. I love Wale.
I like clubs where they didn't have to wear clothes already.
I love Wale.
Oh, you was at Stadium?
Or wherever backyard was.
He was at all the strip clubs. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, yeah, I was with them too.
But
I was in
stop
college
at the gas
too.
station. Get to protect yourself at all times. Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
Wait, how you gonna tell us to protect
yourself
ourselves
and
and
stay dangerous?
Stay dangerous. I'm talking about sexual protection. Y'all don't be out here messing.
But you said stay
around.
dangerous. That just threw me off.
Yeah,
You
you
know they
can't be
can't
having
say you
people
don't
out
know.
here shooting your clubs up and going in there doing things they ain't got no business.
Better shoot them gloves up.
People don't tell people stay safe no more. That's staying more dangerous than if I stay safe. You gonna die.
Yeah, well, that's why you keep
She
your
was
pussy.
talking about in the bedroom.
Yeah.
She don't want you to be dangerous in the bedroom.
Yeah, see, that's a mystery question.
What's dangerous? Like choking stroke?
No, you were saying don't be shooting up the club.
Oh yeah, don't shoot up my club. I ain't got time. Y'all can keep that little $1,400 for the baby. I don't want
I'm
that.
about to say, you talking about time? You gonna have 9 months on your hands. What
No
the fuck
bullshit.
you trying to do, Joe?
No, thank you. It's gonna be a no for me.
Alright.
I'll be happy with one eventually, whenever it comes. But if it doesn't come before 40, God, you can hold that and keep that upstairs.
Listen, you can
And when
step
I
on
come
me,
to meet you, God, just have the key at the front door, okay? Because if you don't come before 40.
So, man, best friend don't find the right person, she gonna adopt something. God damn.
I'm going to adopt
We both
something.
gonna be adopting and shit.
Shit, I might.
I'm getting a
No,
dog.
I'm not. If
I'm
I
about to
don't
say,
have
I'm
a
about
kid
to
by
adopt me,
40, I'm
bro.
not going to adopt
Shit,
something
the way
at
the
40.
Women winning these days, I'm trying to get adopted. What's the I know some
Oh,
Where
you
the
want a
Jasmine
sugar
Sullivan
mama.
women that's paying bills?
I'm not paying bills for no D where I don't lay my head at. Period.
I'm joking.
If I don't lay my head at that residence, I'm not paying no rent or no mortgage. Where they do that at? Well, we ain't talking about laying no head in no D. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that with
General
you.
got car insurance.
You know what? Ain't nobody got time for you. But, so, it's been a great...
You can maintain your lifestyle. You know?
I'm sick
Oh
of
my
you.
God. It's been a great show. I want to thank my guests for joining us. As we do wrap up, I'm going to start with Noodle. If you have any reflections or any advice that you want to give to our listeners, this is your time, love. Other than cussing me out.
Oh, because it's coming.
It is.
Ding,
As soon
ding.
as
As soon as the mics get cut off, y'all.
Let's get brother.
I guess the only thing I'll say is I'm big on prosperity. If you're not together yourself, then you can't be prepared to be in a relationship with somebody else. I just say focus on you, do what you need to do, and that's it. Twin. I don't know what to say.
Alright. Feature for them streets.
He definitely won.
I need to know where the dating pool at.
In the streets. That's where you at.
Keep talking about some streets. Watch it.
I mean, as far as relationships go with yourself, you need to do the healing. Heal yourself, you know, get your mental right, your physical right, your spiritual right, you know what I mean? And then you'll attract the right one, you know. So do the stuff on yourself first.
Okay, spiritual will be.
You know what I mean?
Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna say, my shirt today, y'all can't really see it, but stay humble, you know what I'm saying? And, and hustle hard. So that's all I'm gonna say is make sure you stay humble, hustle hard. I'm real into minding my business and popping out. And so that's what I've been doing. private manifestations, and then popping out with your blessings. Don't tell nobody about it. Don't speak on it until it comes to fruition. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. You know what I'm saying? Boop, big bro. So you know what I'm saying? Just stay humble and hustle hard. That's what we're going to do, okay? And don't spend all your stimulus in one place, ladies and gentlemen. All right?
Hey, outside, opening back up. This is your Vibe Control Polo T. I will be your DJ. Book me. My Instagram is polo_T823. I will do your socially distant parties. So let's get it. It's summertime, basically.
Hey, it's lit.
I got a price. You know what I mean? I got a price and I'm worth it.
I'm
you
just
know
joking. I'm just joking.
I know my worth. You know what I mean? I'm on king status. I know my worth. You know what I mean?
I know that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
King.
Talk to him, King. That's how you doing.
I know that's right. That's what's up.
I'm starting the Nature Walk OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna turn your goddamn mic off because you're fucking playing with my time right now.
All right, shout out to House of Lou Beauty 1950 for the lip color. This is Ed's Planet. So definitely hit my girl up.
Magnum.
Oh my God. It's
So,
for the streets.
Yeah, so this week I posted a video if you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, I posted it. Basically, I talked about stop being worried about people who don't like you or people who you think, people who think that you don't like them. That is not a priority in life. It should never be a priority. Be who you are 100% at all times. And the people who are supposed to be around you are going to gravitate towards you. 9 times out of 10, people who don't want to be around you when you're being your authentic self don't belong around you anyway.
Oh, woo! That's a word. Amen.
I do want to go ahead and say our upcoming events. So next week we will have session 2 of King and Queens Unite. And then on the 28th, we're going to have Parents Just Don't Understand. Again, both my mother and my father will be in the building, in the studio. Y'all pray for me because I know I'm going to have to mute their mics. But I'm going to try to be prepared for that. And then next month, we are trying to have a social and network event. It will be at a bowling alley on April the 10th is the tentative date that we have right now. I will be posting it on social media. We will have a RSVP date, as well as when you RSVP, you need to make sure that you send me or Fearless Swagger your deposit to hold your slot, because ain't nothing in the world free. And so, but we will be inviting people who have black-owned businesses, because the biggest thing about this podcast has not just been talking about relationships, but it's also about building relationships and networking. A lot of people don't know that PINK is actually an acronym for positive influences through networking and knowledge. So my biggest thing is connecting other people to people that can help them and helping each other further our goals as a community, and just being able to understand and listen to others around us, because society already puts us against each other. So why not work together? So we'll see y'all next week, and thank y'all for catching the vibe with Miss Pink.
Bye, y'all. Fearless Swagger.